Let's talk about overthinking. So on average, we think between 60 and 70,000 thoughts a day. And we make on average around 33,000 decisions a day too. That's a lot of thinking. But did you know that every single thought that you think uses energy? So your brain weighs 2% of the body, but takes 20% of all of the body's energy. So when we think, at each and every time we are using a tiny bit of our body's energy, we can only make a certain amount of sound decisions a day. And overthinking can deplete that quite quickly. But why do we overthink? We overthink because our brain has the capacity to think forward. When you think about animals in the animal kingdom, they don't have the same capacity. Imagine a deer grazing the meadow and a threat in its environment presenting itself, a bear. The deer will flee, but then as soon as the bear's gone, the deer will go back to grazing the meadow. Us, on the other hand, because we have the ability to forward think, we will then think about how do we protect our environment, what's coming next. And this can be a blessing and a curse, because sometimes we need to have a plan for a situation, but in general we tend to overthink the situation, which then triggers the stress response. So overthinking is innate in us because our brain has the capacity to forward think, but what we must do is take back our power and question those thoughts. Your brain has a negativity bias. It's wired to prioritize a negative. It's wired to look out for all of the potential threats in your environment, which can cause the overthinking. So next time you overthink, ask yourself the question, is this a negativity bias? My brain wiring itself to focus on the negative. How can I reframe those thoughts? And also, what are my controllables? Because there's so many things we can't control in life. And if we overthink them, it depletes our energy. It breaks down our nervous system to no avail. Focus on what you can control and learn to accept what you can't. And then there's also the reality that a lot of things that we're thinking about and overthinking never even happen.